want? She said, buy me a washer and dryer. I said, I'm gonna buy you a house. She said, no, you gonna my Social Security up. Cause I get $700 a month. I get $700 a month. You gonna my Social Security.
But that's black people. Hey, you ain't been messing with that Social Security.
No, $700 a month. I don't give a fuck what you do.
When you got money, what was the first thing you did when you got money?
I bought my mother a washer and dryer.
You were messing with that Medicaid, huh?
My mother was on assistance, and I bought her a washer and dryer, and she was so happy to get that washer and dryer. My mother we grew up watching Price is Right, and my mother dreamed of having things for us, and I'll never forget. Reader's Digest sent us a fake check in the mail.
I remember the
and my mother's got the screaming, oh! And we tried to cash that. We got the car, went up to the bank, and my mother came out the bank saying, we said, what's wrong, Mom? She said, this wasn't real. It was a Reader's Digest check. I'm saying to myself, Mama, first of all, it was too much money to be real. Motherfucker had like $5 million or something.
They ain't sending us that, Mom.
The way that shit was written on the check, it looked
had a name and everything.
What? We thought we had that money. Man, and I used to take scissors and cut big wheels out and paste them on the wall. Shit I wanted.
Yeah.
I said, boy, I just want that shit. And we grew up Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, man.
That didn't make it easy. So we wasn't, I think my mother made us Jehovah's Witness because she knew we couldn't afford shit. So she said, I'm going to give you a religion that
you don't need anything.
You ain't supposed to do it. You going to feel bad about getting this shit.
You real estate, you really involved in real estate.
Yeah.
What made you, how did you learn how to invest? Like, okay, I got this money. Yeah. Ain't no guarantee if I don't do something with it to make sure I'm going to be able to keep it.
Yeah. Well, growing up as a kid, we rented houses all the time. We ain't never owned no house. My mom didn't. So I always promised myself if I ever got some money, I was going to go back and buy all the houses that we got evicted out of. And I did.
Damn.
I made an address list in my hometown. I rolled around and I made an address list of all the houses we got kicked out of. And I went and bought every last one of them.
You bought every house?
Every one of them that we got kicked out of back.
And you allow families that you rent them out?
Yep, I rent them out, you know what I mean? And my family stay in them and, Damn. I went back and got them. I told my mother that too. I'll never forget, man, we used to get kicked out of them houses. My mother, we sitting in the back of the cab. She have a big ass bag of clothes and my mother crying and we go to my grandmother's house to stay with my grandma, because that's every time we got kicked out, we went to my grandma's house. And I said, Mom, I'm gonna buy all these motherfucking houses back one day. I thought I was gonna do it with some dope money, but.
But you gonna get them houses.
I was gonna get them houses back, and I did. I went back and got them houses. I went and knocked on people's door and bought their ass up out them houses. Yep, I sure did. Me and my wife, we went and we fixed them houses up. We actually had a show on HGTV called Buying Back the Block.
Damn.
Yeah, went and bought them houses, and I revitalized my whole neighborhood, man. And the white people walk down the street, man, and they don't know the history in them houses.
Right.
I told them, man, a little dude named Tonio got killed in that house you live in.
Oh my God.
I said, yeah, nigga was a nigga.
You better come up out of there. Mike, did you know your father?
Yeah, I knew my dad, man. Hardworking man. Tommy Epps worked at a plant, worked at a harvester for 40 years. Yeah, good dude, man. My father was a hard-working dude. And I'll never forget, man, my father didn't like no street people. And when I became a street dude, I was selling drugs. He had a car wash. I went to his car wash in my Cadillac, and he told the people, don't wash that.
Damn.
Because I was selling dope.
Yeah.
He called me a dog. He said, you a dog. I said, huh? He said, yeah, you a dog. He said, you ain't worth shit. Because I was selling dope.
Yeah.
And I got caught. And I'll never forget I was in prison and I met a dude from Miami that got caught selling kilos and shit. And I'm sitting in the cell with him. He was showing me pictures of his houses and boats. I said, damn. I called my father because I was talking to my father from jail. I said, Daddy, I'm in here with a dude that is smart as hell. He said, well, son, if he's so smart, why is he in there with you? Why is he sitting there? You sitting there bragging about some in jail with you, talking about he's smart. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, my dad always said crazy shit that, and that shit still, I never forget one time too, I told my dad, I said, this is how I learned how to deal with my kids. I used to cuss my dad out. I said, man, you ain't no real because he wouldn't buy me the shit I wanted. Because I thought because it was kids that had go-karts and mobile.
Yeah.
I said, why come I can't have it? I said, man, you ain't no real father. You know what he told me one time that came back, smacked me in the face? He said, wait till you had some kids. And boy, if I be damned, my kids didn't say the same motherfucker. That's crazy how that shit just doubled back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it just teach you to always honor your parents and listen to them. They know what they doing. And most kids be upset with their parents and not realizing their parents be kids too.
Yes.
Your mother and father were too young too to be who the you thought they was. They was young too.
Right.
They were still trying to figure it out. So now I'm grown and I got kids. That shit just all came clear to me. You
mentioned your wife.
Yeah.
How has your wife helped you? Because you hear a lot of stories like, okay, I got married and she helped me, she helped me find my purpose.
Yeah.
Steve speaks glowingly about his wife, I forget his wife's name, but Margie. And he speaks about like, I started to elevate when Margie got in my life. I hear you talk about the same thing, that how she calmed you down, that you like, it's not that serious, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, what you try, hey, you got me, I got you, we good.
Yeah.
How is it that when a man finds a wife, the Bible says that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good
Most
thing.
of us get married so we don't screw everybody. Let's be honest.
Okay.
But I can honestly say that my wife is much younger than me, 20 years younger than me.
Is she?
Yeah. I don't want to date nobody my age because that's 100 years in the bed. So I had to cut the margin down, man. But she's a grown-ass woman.
Right.
She's 38 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she taught me a lot. She taught me a lot. And sometimes, most of the time, your wife is gonna see things that you don't see about yourself. All the time. And you need that.
Right.
Because we're very, very slow when it comes to women, man. We think we smart, but they the coldest when it comes to holding them, knowing when to fold them, when to walk away, when to be quiet, we'll never be able to figure women out.
Right.
So I guess we gotta listen. You know what I mean? We gotta listen to them. And that's what God put them there for. He gave them that extra sense to protect us. I always say women are caretakers for men.
Right.
I don't care how much money we make or how much the king we are. Ain't none of it no good if a woman can't take care of you.
Right.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because we like to do something before two something.